The biggest demonstration so far in Egypt's capital as protesters demand President Mubarak resign by Friday.
We felt like we cannot stay at home while people are dying in the streets because they have a cause. We felt like we have to come here and do whatever we can.
Hundreds of thousands of people remain in Cairo's main Tahrir Square amid a growing mood of confidence. There's still no response from the government about what they will do next. In America, Senator John Kerry tells President Mubarak to accept it's time to go.
Make clear that neither he nor his son will be candidates for re-election or for election in the next elections.
Welcome to BBC World News. I'm Karin Giannoni. Also in this programme, after protests in Jordan over food prices, the King dismisses his Prime Minister. The replacement, a former general, is told to bring in reforms. An investment bank Citigroup takes back control of the troubled music giant EMI. Hello. Egypt has seen the biggest demonstrations so far as hundreds of thousands of people have taken to the streets of the capital and elsewhere to demand that President Mubarak stand down. In Cairo, protesters crammed into the capital's main Tahrir Square from early morning as the army kept its promise not to use force against them. Let's join George Alagaya in Cairo.
From Cairo on a day that's seen the biggest demonstrations yet against the rule of Hosni Mubarak. Not just in Liberation Square behind me, but right across the country. Now, the protesters wanted to put 1 million people out on the streets. In the event, they got hundreds of thousands. There was confirmation, too, today of the cost of this rebellion. The United Nations says that 300 people have been killed in the last 8 days. Our first report tonight is from Ian Pannell on a popular uprising that is shaking the Arab world.
1 week after these protests began, people power in Egypt is stronger than ever. Throughout the day, they poured onto the streets, flocking to the city centre, with a rallying cry for a new president and a new Egypt.
The protesters have called for 1 million people to come out onto the streets of Cairo. Who knows whether that kind of number will be seen here. But as you can see, there are hundreds of thousands pouring out here. And they want Mubarak to go.
The army was good to its word not to use force against the people. The police, nowhere to be seen here. And so the pressure on Hosni Mubarak to stand down looks overwhelming.
Why do you embarrass us? Why do you let all of us down? Because you want to be here? Go to hell, Mubarak! Leave the country! Just leave us alone! We will make it! We are not the first people to get rid of dictators. And the guys this time are staying! They are not leaving until you go!
What you're watching was simply unthinkable a few days ago. An effigy of the president hanging from a traffic light, an ex-policeman hitting his own uniform with the sole of his shoe, and a poster with a list of demands for a new type of government. Their president has made some concessions, but they've been too little and late for most. These images will send a chill through the heart of many governments in this region. It used to be an offence just to speak badly of the president here. Now it seems everyone's doing it.
It means everything. It means absolutely everything to us and to the rest of the Egyptian people. And we want to send out a message to the world and to the American government that all we want is a free land to live in, a free government. All we want is a government by the people, for the people. That's all we want. And we're not going to leave until we get what we want. We're tired of Mubarak. We hate Mubarak, and people are dying.
Today, the United Nations said as many as 300 people may have been killed here. This is the face of one of the youngest to have died.
He's like my son. They killed him. Those gang of police, those gang of Hosni Mubarak, they kill our kids, they kill our boys.
This is really about her future. What kind of country Egyptian children will grow up in. But there are still differences on what should happen next. There was also a rally in support of President Mubarak today, much smaller perhaps, but some here fear what change may bring. It's been a day many Egyptians never believed they'd see. For now, Cairo belongs to the people, and they won't leave until the president goes. Ian Pannell, BBC News, Cairo.
Now, we're in the capital, Cairo, and much of the attention has been focused, naturally enough, on events here. But Egypt is a country of some 80 million people, and there have been demonstrations elsewhere. Our correspondent, Wira Davis, has spent the day in Alexandria, and he started it off with some protesters in Egypt's second largest city.
Preparing for what he hoped would be a memorable and historic day, Nasser Ahmed and his friends spent the morning making slogans and posters. One message, not political or religious, but abundantly clear.
We're not belonging to any political groups or anything. We're just normal Egyptian people. We hate him, we don't want him. 30 years is enough.
Nasser's crew headed out to join a movement that is gathering pace and momentum. Here in the northern city of Alexandria, feelings about the Mubarak regime run just as deep as elsewhere in the country. What began as a small group grew steadily as it wound its way through Alexandria's working-class suburbs. Some onlookers joined in the chants. Others looked on nervously, perhaps worried about what may come next if Hosni Mubarak resigns. One pro-Mubarak supporter tried in vain to stand in the way of the growing tide. By the time Nasser and his friends reached the Ibrahim Mosque in the centre of Alexandria, the crowd had grown to several thousand. They climbed on rooftops, on cars and in trees to get a vantage point.
The real strength of these protests across Egypt, in Cairo, here in Alexandria, is that there are hundreds of thousands of people from different backgrounds, men and women, but with one common goal. People like Nasser demanding the resignation of Hosni Mubarak.
There were some remarkable images. An effigy of President Mubarak being hanged while the crowd hit him with shoes would have been unthinkable in this authoritarian country just days ago. But for Nasser, a young Egyptian who wants more space and freedom, it was a remarkable day.
Tell me your feelings about what you see here today.
Finally, I feel like I'm really proud that I'm Egyptian. I feel freedom. Now I can say whatever I can. Nobody can go after me, put me in jail, put me in prison. I mean, I am really happy. I'm really happy and I'm really proud of me as an Egyptian man.
Some here support the Muslim Brotherhood. Others would prefer a secular government. Whatever comes next for Hosni Mubarak, the message is unmistakable. Wira Davis, BBC News, Alexandria.